Hi guys, how are you? As you know, we have a very good, great news. Guess what? December 9th, 2021, the US government announced for DV winners or for green card lottery winners. Remember, when you apply and win, you have to send the documents to the Kentucky Consular Center. Now, the Kentucky Consular Center, they no longer require to send documents. Now, you need to prepare all documents and make sure all documents you gonna prepare. I'm going to give you the whole list of documents which you're supposed to prepare for the day of interview. Now, remember before, DV 2019, 2018, all of us, we know that we used to send documents to the Kentucky Consular Center. Now, they are no longer requesting you to send documents to the Kentucky Consular Center. Now, you need to prepare your documents, and if you have one, I'm talking about for those applicants who have won DV lottery, and for those who did not win. All of you, listen to me carefully. If you know that you are DV winner, listen to me very carefully. Now, I'm going to give you the list of documents which you're supposed to prepare for the day of interview. Remember, those documents are required required by the consular on the US embassy in your country, in any country right now. So, all these documents, stay tuned, watch this video until the end. I'm going to give you the list of documents which you don't need to miss even one document. If you miss among these documents, if you miss one, you'll be denied the visa. So I want you to stay and watch this video. Again, this is EMMAH. Once again, I'm back with another video. If you are new on this particular channel, please consider subscribing, like the video, hit that notification bell so that you can get notification on when I upload new videos. Hit all those crazy stuffs and let's go. Now, documents number one is passport. Remember, for the last 10 years, we were not even required to apply for the lottery with passport. No. Now, it has changed within this last 5 years. And now, the passport, the DV 2024, there is no need of passport. Passport is not required for you to apply for DV 2024. No. Now you need to apply as before. So, in these documents, passport is number one. Document number one is passport. Passport, you need to have a valid passport. Remember, the US government will never establish a visa, any kind of visa to anybody when your passport is not valid for at least 6 months. So, in this, if your passport maybe it's remaining for like 4 months to be expired, you better go and apply for the new passport for you to be able to get the visa. Otherwise, if you don't do that, you'll be denied the visa. Passport is number one. And you need to have original passport. It's not copy, original passport. Documents number two, your birth certificate. Your birth certificate, it will be original birth certificate. It's not copy, because when you go with copy, you will be denied the visa. In this, all these documents, you will carry the consular at the US embassy. He or she will not take these documents. He will just look on it and return it to you. Documents number three. Okay, on this document number two, the birth certificate, if you have changed the name, for example, if your passport has a different name from the one which is on your birth certificate, make sure you have the lawyer or the government official document to prove that you have changed the name for the reason this and this, but you have to be with legal documents from the court. It's not like writing or no, it's from the court. It must be the illegal document to prove that this person has changed the name for this reason, and you must prove it, even to have the evidence. Documents number three is marriage certificate. If you know that you are married, I'm talking about legal marriage. Legal marriage, you're supposed to have the government certificate for the marriage. It's not copy, it's not from your else one, from your governor, whatever. Must be government official certificate for a marriage. Even if you got it from the mosque or Muslim, must be the government. It's a government official documents for a marriage. You need to prove that person so and so, you are married, legal marriage. Documents number four, you need to have photograph. This photograph, it will be stamped on your immigrant visa when you go for the day of interview on the US embassy. This photograph must be taken for the last 6 months. Remember, when you win on the day of to check the results, you find yourself you have won. There is a PDF letter, and that letter is called the first notification letter. You download it, you produce it, you have it in hard copy. Then what's next from there? You have to fill the form, which is immigrant visa form DS260. There is two types of immigrant all the visa forms. There is immigrant visa form and there is non-immigrant visa forms. For you, the V lottery winner, you have to fill immigrant visa form, which is DS260. That's the migrant visa form you have to fill after receiving the first notification in PDF letter. So after that, it doesn't mean that after when you fill the DS260, you have to go for an interview. No, you have to wait when the US government, we have to wait visa bulletin to see the visa bulletin when they cut whether you come in that category which is established for a visa. Then after that, when you get to know that you have been selected and you've been scheduled for an interview, then you have to prepare all those documents: passport, birth certificate, marriage certificate. Number 4 is photography. Number 5 is police clearance. Police clearance means you have to get the police clearance certificate or the police clearance in any country you have stayed for the 6 months, above 6 months. But if you have stayed for a 5 month, you are not required to bring that certificate from that country. And remember, if you knew that you have a child who is above 16, or say is 16, also need to have the police clearance. Documents number 7. Documents number 6. You need to have education, which is a high school. That's the minimum, and that's the main point where all is based on the level of education. If failure to have high school education, you'll be denied the visa. You'll be denied the visa. Even if you have won and you have got the PDF letter, whatever the first notification, if you are not meeting the requirements, you will be denied the visa on the day of interview. So, the minimum requirement for the education is high school. They don't care about grades. It's a high school. So, high school, and you need to have 2 qualifying working experience. 2 years. You need to prove it. If you have a degree, or if you have a bachelor, if you have PhD, you need to prove it. In the high school, you need to prove, you need to bring out the evidence, you need to bring the transcripts of your education, or you study, all your certificates you need to carry in original. If you bring among those documents the copy, you'll be denied the visa, because the consular from the US embassy, he or she will not take your original documents. He just to look in it and turn to you. Listen to me carefully. Failure to do that, failure to listen all these required documents, you'll be denied the visa. Yeah, you have won and you have celebrated back home. You have told everyone that you have won. So, in this, and remember, other thing, the document number 8, you need to have medical record or medical certificate. You need to go for a medical. For that category of medical, you need to have there's a lot of diseases they have to check before you go for an interview. At the moment, by the time you go for a medical, you have been established that you already have the appointment for visa. That's when you prepare all those documents. But for a medical, you have to go for a medical check before 6 weeks for an interview. At the moment you go for interview, you must have medical everything. You have you're done with medical. Failure to do that, you'll be denied the visa. And even if you are planning to apply for a DV lottery, listen to me carefully, because you need to know these kind of required documents for you to be able to be given the visa, not to be denied the visa. In all, you need to convince the consular from US Embassy that I am original. It's not to come up with copies. You need to prove, you need to have evidence. Document number 9 or 7, wherever. Military records. If you have ever served in military back home in any country, you need to have you need to go to court martial and get the military records from the department for you to prove that you've been there, you don't have any criminal records, and or you have did something. They will check. That's why they require you to have that if you have been a military. Document number 9. Document number 9 is required for you to have the if in case if you have been deported. Document number 9, deportation. If you have been deported from any country except USA or US department, they don't care. But if you have been deported from USA, or you have overstayed, or you have changed a visa and you've been deported from USA, you have to have those certificate or documents, the illegal documents, original documents from the state government, to prove that you have been deported for the reason this and this. So good luck for everyone who have won the DV 2022, and welcome you whatever you wish to be. So if you have not won, don't lose hope. Keep applying. Some people, they have won on their 10th time, 12th times, or first time. So keep applying. Bye. See you next video.